All right, good evening, humans. Hi, hi. Um, I wanted to just jump on this thing, tell you about the new channel that I have. It's called Facts at 100%. So, hey, what's up, Leonard? I see you, human. Facts at 100%. I'm gonna leave the link below the video. Um, Yeah, I know I'm a court coach. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson. I can coach you with child support, asset management, divorce and custody, just to name a few. I charge $49.99 for my one-on-ones. That's first step. Then $600 for 6 months of coaching, which includes document prep assistance, which means we assist you. We don't jump all out in the gate and hold your hand and tell you you need this time to change your panties and all that. We don't do that. So I want to be clear on that. But I want to make this quick tonight, y'all. I was actually about to boogie on out of here. I was actually creating content for Facts at 100%, and thought it's only be right if I drop something over here on League Logic. So I'm gonna give y'all this little punk ass 15 minutes of fame, 15 minutes of funk. Excuse me. I want to talk about mental management. We'll talk about mental management. Um, a lot of y'all, including myself, man, I've been guilty of this too. Very poor at managing our mentals. Very poor. This is why when a lot of people hear me, what they think they hear is an individual that don't want to have nothing to do with nobody. But what you're really listening to is a person that have not good, not great, but excellent mental management. So what is mental management? What is mental management? Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. New to the channel, man, please by all means hit that subscribe button. Like, share, and subscribe. I want to give a shout out to She Cakes. She called me, said, I'm after you, nickel. That's another story. I'm always messing up. But I brought this sorry emoji, paid $10.99 for it. Brought this sorry emoji, paid $10.99 for it. Sent it to her. Oh, boy. Where was I? Oh, a lot of you guys got poor mental management. Honestly, you got poor mental management because you have no idea what mental management is. So by all means, allow me. And you're going to allow me because I'm hip. I ain't dap. We ain't dapping over here, homie man, homie person. I'm not going to non-mean you. I don't feel you. We just straight cheesy over this bitch. We straight cheesy McWeezy. But that's another story. Let me give you an example of mental management. They did you wrong, and then you say something and rebuttal that to, yeah, but that's family, and let me do my dance. Do the point. You know how family is. You know how family is. Right. Right. You gotta let family slide. You gotta let that go. That's family. We're gonna have a family reunion next week, and you need to come because you need to let that go. Do I now? Here's the problem with letting it go. I told y'all the other day I got a love alarm. Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all that? Well, let me tell you one of the beautiful perks of having a love alarm. One of the perks of having a love alarm is excellent mental management. Oh, when it comes to teaching, you're at professor level. Professor level, baby. Oh, you're at professor level, baby. Yeah. 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 I have excellent mental management. Let me tell you what happens when you listen to a person that don't have any type of mental management. I mean, they all over the place. They leaning, baby. Oh, they leaning, baby. I got a call from an ex-friend earlier this year. And what this individual said, hey, Smitty, man, hey, man, man, my business isn't where I want it to be. Brother, that was 15 years now. That 15 years, bro. Your trucks is raggedy. You're just a raggedy ass rat. You damn rat. I'm laughing at something else. And that individual navigated themselves through life and just ran amok, running from the truth. And when you run from the truth, pain, oh my God, I told y'all this, right? When you run from the truth, oh, your debt, your payment is pain. Oh my. Ask me how I know. Oh, you see, I had poor mental management some years ago when I didn't love myself. I thought I did. But then I realized something July 10th, 2009. I woke up that day, and what happened to me the day prior to that had me saying, I need to get my daughter to out my life. Yeah, she needs to get gone. It's obvious. I'm not loved. Threw my mentals into stagnant. Threw me into a mental abyss. And when I did that, the truth came down on me like an avalanche. And do you know what was with all that? Say it with me. Say pain and depression. Yeah. Then you get over that, and then you tell yourself, we ain't fucking with bullshit from that point on. This is why now when my family say stuff to me, I ragdoll it. You know, my family just think they gonna say something slick to me and be like, oh, it's just Chris as usual. Oh, he little brother, blah, 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 blah. And now when they say something to me, I dial in on them. And I told y'all, I only with nuclear and atomic bombs. That's it. We don't do slingshots. We don't do bow and arrows. We don't do those little bow and arrow things with the suction cup on the tip. We don't do Nerf bombs. We don't do that. We deal with nuclear bombs and up over this bitch. That's all we do. So when I gotta launch one at you, it's total annihilation. I ain't gonna ask you, did you get the picture? I know you got the picture. I'm checking out the war zone like I know when the nuke hit, he was here. So I see blood splatting. Is that an arm? Okay, there's a couple of fingers over there. Anybody find a torso anywhere? That's how we rolling. You know why? Because you will not with my mentals. I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you with my mentals. That ain't happening. In the world of happenings, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. I promise you. I promise you. That ain't it. That ain't it. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to put a bow on this thing on the other two streams. We're going to continue this thing over on we're going to continue this thing over on Facts at 100%. So I'm going to say goodnight to these other two platforms, and I'll leave the link below where you guys can come on over to Facts at 100% and check out the rest. All right? Good night, y'all. All right. So let's do this. Let's do a little one for the old. We're going to bring everybody on board on this mother. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me hit the share button on that. All right. So, once again, I'm talking about mentals. A lot of you guys have dirt ball sour mental management. You do. You have lousy mental management. All right. We're already 10 minutes. We're already 12 minutes in this thing here. I'm going to put, if you want to come check out the full video over on Facts at 100%, I'm going to put the link below the video. Okay. So y'all missed the first 12 minutes, but that's just how it is because everything is going over the Facts at 100%. That's what we're doing now. We dropping facts. Y'all know me, Chris One Radio Group, broadcasting live, Todd Smith Studios. That's just what we does all the time, every time. All right. So I'm going to put the link to the video at the bottom of the video. All right. So the reason why, like I said, I'm protecting. Here's my perspective. Here's my perspective. I don't seem to dish out what I get. I don't. I seem to be at a point where, like, if I look back on all the things, the problem that I have, that I used to have, I was loyal to a fault. I was loyal to a fault. And I realized that my loyalty, it wasn't the problem. My loyalty wasn't the problem. It's who I was loyal to that was the problem. How about that? How about that? Think about that for a second. You would think, the average person would alter their loyalty. They would. The average person would, and this is just a normal. It's normal for a person to say, I've done this, and this, and I've been hurt. So now I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. And what they would do is they would change. No, stay who you are. Just manage who you give your loyalty to. But I'm talking about mental management, right? And a lot of you individuals got dirt poor. I mean, your mental management suck.com. Ask me how I know. I've been there. Let me run this thing back. We're already 15 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead and leave the link at the bottom of the video where you guys can come over to Facts at 100% and check out the full video, okay? So we're already 15 minutes in. You know, that's why I'm talking to y'all like, hey, what did I miss? You missed a lot. Go, come on over to Facts at 100%. I'll leave the link at the bottom of the video. But that's just what it gets down to. I realized that I'm going to continue to be loyal. I'm just going to mental manage me. Think about this for a second. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Think about this for a second. I'm talking about mental management tonight, right? Mental management. Just think about this for a second. You do have a mental, don't you? Yeah, okay. Who's managing it? Did you ever stop and think about managing your mentals? Let me tell you how deep mental management is. Let me tell you how deep mentals is. I was talking to She-Cakes. She-Cakes was telling me about an individual that was wrongfully imprisoned when they were a little boy. Was tried as an adult, went to prison. Somebody took his case on a pro bono. 20 years later, got that individual out of prison. I need y'all to follow me. The problem with individuals' mentals is what defies us all. Your mental mind state. Yes? All right. We're talking about managing yours tonight. Here on Facts at 100%. If I go to prison for 20 years and all I'm being fed is this nigga, we gonna get this nigga got out, this nigga did this nigga did that, this nigga raped the chick, the nigga over in cell block, the nigga this, the nigga that nigga, he told that nigga, I don't know about that nigga, who said that nigga did, what that nigga did, oh, they gonna get that nigga, oh, that, you heard that for 20 years. Where do you think your mental mind state is after 20 years of hearing nothing but niggas? You become institutionalized. Favors that people do on a scale that is grand. Hell, it's cataclysmic. On a scale, it's cataclysmic. You don't recognize it. You know why? Because your whole perspective and your whole setup, etc., is that in which it needs to live in the realm of niggas. Your mental mind state don't register nothing if it's not in the perspective of a nigga. That individual, unfortunately, got poor mental management, and they can't help it. It's the way it is. It's the way it is. It's the way it is. A lot of you reach out to me for services. You hire me. You give me your money. And you give me your money with hopes that I can change the woman you had a child with mental mind state. It is the reason why I tell you guys that, hey, listen, when things go down, a dad or child support, choose one and back up for 30 days. See what that individual is going to give you. If that individual give you ASS to kiss, back up. Mental mind state. Don't I tell you guys that the person you was in a relationship with, that person is gone? I tell y'all that, right? I do. When you understand a person's mental mind state, that's the person you're dealing with. Not the person you see with your eyes. The person that is executing their actions from the perspective of their mental mind state. And your management of self is either going to be good, great, okay, excellent, or in some cases, poor. Let me just back that up. I'm being nice. In most cases, it's going to be poor. You guys have poor mental management. We're going to continue on. I'm going to end this thing on Unplugged, and we're going to continue on. I'm going to leave the link below the video. Good night, y'all. And that's what you got to understand. I have no problem with telling somebody I'm scared. I have no problem with telling somebody I was hurt. The problem is if I tell you I'm scared and I'm hurt, brings my interaction with you next to nothing. Anything outside of telling you this is what you did to me, pretty much I won't be around you to give you a chance to do it again. And this is because at 51 years old, I have excellent mental management. It's damn near perfect. With my love alarm and my mental management, boy, the bull, they ain't got a chance. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. You guys need to understand. Listen, I'm gonna say this. People, I went to war. I'm a war veteran. God damn it! Why would you do that? I'm a war veteran, right? And I remember they were like, "Hey, Smitty, check this out. We're going to go take pictures of these dead bodies, fam. You coming?" And I was like, "You said what now?" Nah, I'm good. Let me tell you why. I personally don't think your brain can process dead bodies all over the place and you can erase that memory out of your brain. I think that when you see this type of stuff, you're going to be haunted. You're going to be haunted for a very long time. That's what I believe. I believe that. You know, I believe that. And because of that, you know, I made sure that I didn't park none of those thoughts and none of those visions in my brain. Here's what I told individuals. I said, what I'm not going to do is be 40 years old. What I'm not going to do is be 40 years old and be sitting up in the cut, burnt out because I seen something. So I protect my mentals back then. I said we ain't gonna be having no nightmares. We ain't gonna be all messed up in the game because we decided it was a game to go look at some dead bodies. People, and if I can say this, if you look back on all the hurt that you endured, whether it was a series of events, you will realize that you should have bailed out of the situation much sooner than you did. I fought to be a father for 11 and a half years. I went to court, and in front of Atia LaShawn Bradley, I helped put into words what my actions already told her. I said, I fought to be a father for 11 and a half years, but that was 11 years, 5 months, and 29 days too long. Which means I shouldn't have done it for more than a day. Let me back that up if you didn't get the math. I fought to be a father for 11 and a half years, but I went to court, and what I told and what I said in court reiterated already what 3 years Atia LaShawn Bradley already knew. Because I'm going to tell you something. In 2012, when I went to court, I had not seen her or her daughter at that time. I hadn't seen her in 6 years. I had not seen her daughter in 3. No communication, no nothing. I said enough. When people do you wrong, that's the tip of the iceberg. I tell people that. Nonetheless, I goes to court in 2012, and Atia LaShawn Bradley busts out crying and says to me in court, "Why don't you come see your daughter? The custody order is still the same." You know what I said? For how long? How long do I come back and see the child until we go back? How long? Because I'm not beat. So what I said, well, Your Honor, I fought to be a father for 11 and a half years. But Your Honor, I fought for 11 years, 5 months, and 29 days. Too long. And I seen them adding up like, took them a while to get it, but I was like, I am not interested in this thing they call a family. This is not a family. This is a circus. Not interested. You know why? Because I was still in therapy for depression, and I was on the back end of my therapy. And it just felt too good that I got them out of my life. Anytime a person can tell you that it's feel good to get their daughter out of their life, that's some crap that's truly on a tilt. But my mentals are much better. People, the only way that I could exist in love is landslide love and above. And that's the truth. That's the truth. I need landslide love. Let me write that down. Landslide love. Damn, well, I like that. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Wow. I like that. For real. All jokes aside, I'm not interested in no other type of love. Shower me. Prioritize me. Let me be the priority. I can't tell you how many times individuals tried, they applied, then turn around and lied. Damien Dame said it best in 1991. In 1990, excuse me. I want exclusivity. I don't want nothing else. I'm not interested. I want exclusive. You know, I'm going to be honest. I think the best person that can give me that is a woman with no kids. I keep saying to myself, I want a kid. I keep saying to myself, I want a kid. I don't want no kid. You know why? Because a kid, honestly, I'm forcing it. Listen. If it did not happen in 51 years, it's not going to happen. I don't even count my daughter as my child. I don't. It's not. Anybody want to argue with me? I got paperwork saying that I'm not. I'm a non-custodial dad. That means I was stripped of being a father in a cute little perspective. So I don't even count that. You know, and it's not that I don't fear that that'll happen again. It's just that mentally, I have to be honest with myself. And because I have excellent mental management, you got to look at the stats, man. 51 years of this. I mean, my dick work. If my dick work, how come I ain't got no kids? Because I ain't supposed to have none. Manage your mentals, y'all. Good night.